the lid off, and then you'll see there's another box inside of that box. It's a double box. Take the top lid off, you turn it over, you take this lid off the next box, and then inside is a pack, a foil pack, that this is the top of it I just ripped off. Okay, there's 10 sheets in each box, right? 10 sheets in each box. So you're going to pull a sheet out of the packet. You're going to rip this off if it's a brand new box. I've already got one open, so there's 9 sheets in the darkroom right now. You're going to rip this off. It's a brand new one. You're going to reach in and you're going to take out a piece of film. But before you do that, you're going to make sure that your holders have been blown out with canned air. Did you find any? We need canned air because you need to get all the dust out of these holders. Okay, you take these slides out. Make sure when you're loading new film that the white is showing. See the white? Black means that the film is exposed. White means that it's brand new and not exposed. So make sure that the white is showing. Pull the slides all the way out. Spray each side with canned air. Set these in the dark room before you turn the light out. Have your box of film ready to go. Close the door, turn the light out, and grab your piece of film out of the box. And when you pull it out of this envelope, the silver envelope, these notches should be on the top, okay? Unless you rip it at the other end, which is possible. So if you don't feel these notches, then you need to turn the film around, okay? Film notches, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. When you're loading this film, anybody tell me which is the sensitive side of this film? Brown or black? Brown or black?
Brown.
Huh?
It's a brown.
Brown is right. Brown is the sensitive side. So that means what? That means that the sensitive side should always be facing out, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. For those of you that loaded the film backwards last time. All right. Brown side always facing out. What's the problem? You're in the dark. You can't see that it's brown, right? You're in the dark, can't see that it's brown. So the only thing you have to go by to make sure that the brown's on the outside is the feeling of the notches. The notches have to be on the right-hand corner, okay? So you've got your film in your hand, feeling the notches at the top. Of course, you're not putting your fingers all over it like me. You're trying to be a little careful about where you're holding the film. Feel the notches top right-hand corner, okay? Next, grab your holder, and I'm left-handed, so sorry. It's going to be backwards for most of you. And here's the real trick. There are 2 little guides in here that the film slides in. You don't want to get it in the top slide because the top slide is for this thing. It's for the protective cover. All right? But it's not that hard to make the mistake and get your film started in the top slide. You need to get the film on an angle so that it's right down against the surface of the holder, and then ease it in, and it should go right into the bottom slide, the bottom track. Okay, so everybody see that? It's in the bottom track. If you get it in the top track, and you go to close your film, see what happens? It just pushes the piece of film out. All right? Now that's no good. So you need to get it in the right track, and I sacrificed this piece of film for our demonstration, so it's definitely no good. Bottom track, make sure this is up like that. I usually fold it up and hold it with my finger like this. Bring the film, make sure that I got the notches, touch my thumb with the film so that I know where the track is in relation to my thumb, just an inch away. Lay the film on an angle, slide it in the slider, push it down, close this, close this. Make sure this goes all the way in. How do you make sure? In the dark, try to open this back up. If you missed this, then that will open right up, okay? So push that, test it by going like that. That's not going anywhere. That film's ready to go. You got the other side to load, and you load as many holders as you want to load at any one time.
Oh, you can load both sides?
I'm sorry?
You load both sides?
Both sides.
Oh.
Both sides. You get 2 shots at a time.
So you can just keep switching?
You get 2 shots at a time with each holder. So imagine poor Ansel Adams up climbing up the Yosemite Mountains, and he wasn't using 4 or 5. He was using 8x10 holders. So for each shot, he had to carry, you know, a bunch of these holders that were 8x10 along with his camera and everything else. Okay, so when you're all loaded and you're ready to go, you focus your camera, everything's focused, everything's set, put your holder in. At this point, you're not going to be able to see anything through the finder. You can't focus anymore. Once you've got the film holder in there, there's only one more thing to do, and that's take the picture, because you can't see through the finder anymore, through the glass. So you put your holder in, you take the slide out, you take your picture, make sure that it's cocked. I can't see. Make sure that it's cocked and that this is pushed down, which it is. Take the picture, and at this point you take your slide and you turn it so that the black side is facing out now, because that means that it's exposed. Take it out. If you're ready to take another picture, put the holder back in, take your second picture, take the slide out, take the photo. Slide goes back in, black side facing out. This holder is done. 2 black sides. Now, what some of the classes have done in the past, instead of taking any chance of destroying the film, your class doesn't have this option because you're too big of a class. But you can give the lab the holder just like this. And if you transport the holders, there's these little keeper tabs on here that you turn so that nobody can mistakenly pull these slides out. And you can just give these to the lab, and the lab tech will pull it out and work from there. But you guys will have to unload these in the darkroom, so you don't really need the keepers. Just make sure that the black is facing out. All right? Any questions on loading the film? All right, and unloading the film. Unloading the film is easy. Just pull these out. You got to do it in the dark, of course. And you can see there's a little indentation. See that little circle? That's just to get your fingernail in there under the film. Okay? Without that indentation, you'd be going crazy trying to get your fingernail under the film. You know, it's kind of hard to grab. So they give you a little tiny indent so that you can get in there, grab the film, pull it out. Pull it out. There's a couple empty boxes, but all the exposed film, it doesn't matter whether it's up, down, doesn't matter. The lab tech will take it out of the box and feel where these are. Okay? All the exposed film goes in one box. Please, you guys got to come up with a system on how you're going to do this so that people aren't loading already exposed film. That's happened before. Everybody came out with double exposures. You know, you thought you were loading brand new film. All right? Make sure when you put these already exposed sheets in an empty box that they are in an empty box within an empty box, the double box. Because if you just put it in a box like this without the double box system, the light leaks, it'll leak light and your film will be ruined. Okay? All right, now focusing.